Hi, I'm Adam. Why? Because I like sitting on dicks, but today it's not about that. My grandpa Michizwav used to live with us under the same roof. All this time, he hid his sweet secret from the family. He hid it from everyone for years, but I knew. When I was little and went for walks with him, we always went to this one particular bench under our apartment block, and every time he took a plastic bag with him to stash his delicacies. That's where his obsession began. His passion was devouring cigarette butts. At first, I thought maybe Grandpa liked cleaning up the neighborhood, but no, that crazy psycho was stuffing his face with cigarette butts right in front of me. His bulging cheeks full of trash stuck out like some squirrel that just finished hibernating. He never hesitated, not even for a moment. In an instant, he would swallow all those disgusting decaying cigarette butts, and I watched as his second breakfast slowly slid down his throat straight into his stomach. This wrinkled freak didn't just snack occasionally under the bench, he collected them, for God's sake. He would take the tastiest morsels home for later. He collected them in an ashtray in his room. Once, when Mum threw his cigarette butts from the ashtray into the trash, that bastard punched her so hard, I still don't know how she survived it. He approached her before she could get up and put her in a hold. There was no turning back. He got up from the floor, still holding the old lady in a Nelson hold, and dragged her over to the radiator to tie her up. Before that idiot could take a hostage, my old man was already back home from work. A battle of titans began. Grandpa, from habitually stuffing his face with that garbage, had gained so much bulk that he had an advantage over all of us. Even the local drunks had respect for him every time they saw him on that bench, devouring the cigarette butts they had just thrown there. Luckily, the psycho had a heavy stomach after his last feast under the bench and hadn't yet digested his lunch. Suddenly, he let go of Mom and threw up in the middle of the room, leaving a big black stain on the carpet that remains to this day. When my dad hit him, that fatso flew back onto the radiator and broke his tailbone. While the cops were picking him up, he kept holding his fat backside all the way to the patrol car. Grandpa got 10 years in prison, which at his age was a life sentence. Apparently, in jail, no one ever let him smoke. They even installed special bins just for cigarette butts and locked them up. 2 years later, he kicked the bucket and died of liver cancer. Now you know why I don't fucking smoke.